What's up, everyone? Jake Flynn here with Apocalypse Movies, and I'm joined today by Brian Avalosino, of course, and we are here to do a awesome, non-spoiler review of Star Wars The Last Jedi. Obviously, you can see we got Star Wars here, Star Wars here, Star Wars here, here. It's all over the place in this video because we love talking Star Wars. We just checked out last night, 12:30 a.m. I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. He's running on probably a whopping 7 or 8, which is 4 less than he normally sleeps. Yeah, Star Wars The Last Jedi, Rian Johnson, Luke Skywalker is back, the origin reveal of Rey, Kylo Ren, like all this good stuff going on in the movie. We're going to get right into it. Again, this is non-spoiler. We're not going to spoil anything big because there are a lot of spoilers in this movie. Stay away from anything that may read spoiler. Probably to stay away from anything if you've not seen this movie. Yeah, Twitter is spoiling a lot of stuff, so do not go on that. But yeah, let's get right into it. We're not going to get into anything major, just kind of round out the film of what we thought. But I think the characters are kind of the first thing we can talk about here because each of them had a very, very good, strong point in the film. And we had talked about this, but they kind of all had their own little thing and then came back together at the very end.
Yep.
Obviously, the ones like Rey and Kylo Ren kind of stand out because they were the focal point. And why don't we start with them? Daisy Ridley, Adam Driver, they were absolutely fantastic.
They killed this movie. They nailed it. Their performance stole the movie.
I can't go on talking about these two because everything I want to talk about has to do with spoilers.
They were just awesome.
They are just so good.
Perfect.
And there was news, a week or two ago saying that Mark Hamill and Daisy Ridley, Disney was going to try and push them for Oscar nominations.
Oh.
I would
push
almost
them for everything.
I would almost say that Adam Driver can be involved in that as well.
Oh, easily.
He is
Best Picture.
Okay, Brian. Let's back it up just a little bit. I mean, I'm a Star Wars nerd, but let's bring it back a little bit. Of course, others. You got John Boyega, you got Finn, you have Poe Dameron by Oscar Isaac, probably the best supporting character in this movie. I would say personally.
I almost don't want to say he was supporting.
Yeah, well, that's true. And what's interesting, and I don't know if you would consider this a spoiler, but he was Finn's role from The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
But it wasn't as connected to Rey and everything. He had that prominent of a role.
Yeah.
And I think it was done perfectly to a point where Episode 9, he could have a crucial role.
Easily.
Forward.
Easily.
More than we expected when we first saw him, because originally he was supposed to die.
Yeah. I mean, to go from a character they're going to write off to now he's...
Well, he's the first character we see, obviously, in the movie from the opening scene. But yeah, he's a badass.
Yeah, he's...
And you said that, we always like the Jedi stuff and everything, but you're a huge fan of the Ariel stuff. And he's a huge part of that, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, you have Carrie Fisher's final performance as Leia. Heartbreaking, a lot of emotion. Every time you see her on screen, you got the little tear coming down your face. Mark Hamill as Luke. Luke is back.
Amazing.
He is back in this movie in full form. Absolutely fantastic. There's so much I want to talk about with Luke, but it's all spoiler related.
He was just awesome.
Yeah, and then you got Supreme Leader Snoke, and I mean, there's all kinds of stuff as far as characters go. But let's get into the story a little bit. Did you think the story was coming off The Force Awakens and how it is the direct follow-up? There's no time gap. What did you think of how they kind of handled, first of all, the no time gap and the transition from that story to this story?
Loved the no time gap.
Same.
Absolutely thought it was needed. It was perfect with the story, and it progressed to a perfect flow.
Yeah.
It just kept going. It didn't need a time gap. Should have never even been considered, and it clearly worked.
No, I totally agree. Like you can tell right when this movie picks up that it's hours or within a day or two of The Force Awakens.
I wouldn't even say that. I think it's almost literally.
That's true. It's probably I would say at most hours.
Yeah.
At most hours.
At most.
Yeah. So, but yeah, and then obviously you have the story itself. For me personally, I felt like at times it was a bit uneven.
Yeah.
There was little times here and there, and uneven I mean by maybe pacing was a little off, or the transition from scene to this scene may have been a little wonky. Maybe dialogue didn't work as well sometimes. Yeah. But that didn't take me out of the film itself because there was so much going on where one thing didn't work, the next thing did. And that's what one of the great things about this movie is that because there are so many pieces, one thing could fail, but the other could bring it back up.
And I wouldn't even go as far as saying fail. It's just like
Just not work, I guess.
It-
or not work as well.
the pacing might have gone from super high to super low.
Well, it started off so hot.
Yeah,
It started
it
off really hot.
It did, and I think as far as for me, the pacing in the beginning was what kind of threw me off. But then
Because you weren't expecting it.
it was just
Yeah.
boom, 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 and then it gradually just.
Well, and I'll almost argue that the gradual fall, I guess you could say, let's put that in quotations, the gradual fall of the pacing was almost necessary for what they were telling.
Oh yeah.
Because, and again, this is all related to spoilers, but there's certain stuff that goes on in the story that needs to be slowed down.
Yeah.
Specifically has to do with the three mains, Kylo, Rey, and Luke. Obviously, that kind of stuff. Yeah, and the story, when stuff starts to unfold, it starts to unfold. And I remember specifically, so we were sitting next to each other, and at one point in the movie, he just yells, "What is going on?"
Yeah.
We had no idea what was going on in this movie because there were just things happening all over the place.
There were points where I just had my hands on my head, just like, what? This isn't happening.
Yeah,
Like,
it's such a fun ride. It's so thrilling. It's so dark.
so
it's
many
just-
ups and downs.
Yeah, it's risky, and that's exactly what we wanted from this movie. And we were talking about it last night, but the people on social media are blowing it up because it's not a Star Wars movie. Well, when a Star Wars movie came out with The Force Awakens, we wanted something different and unique and new.
Someone's always. Yeah.
This is exactly what we wanted 2 years ago.
There's always going to be people complaining about it. I loved it. I thought it was a nice change. I appreciated it that they tried to go different. It made me even more excited for Rian Johnson, his
new trilogy.
His new trilogy. If he pulls what he just pulled in that, it's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be absolutely insane.
So,
To see what he did with new characters too in this movie.
the new characters played perfect roles. They really helped the story.
Yeah, so you have Kelly Marie Tran, who played Rose, who goes on a mission with Finn in the movie. You have Laura Dern, Vice Admiral Holdo. If you're a canon freak, she was in the Leia novel, Princess of Alderaan, not Bloodline. She kind of takes over the Resistance fleet at one point in the movie. That's revealed before the movie. That's not a spoiler. And then you also have Benicio del Toro's character. His name is DJ, which they never actually say his name in the movie, which is interesting.
Yeah, that's true.
I think as far as new character, I mean, you can consider Snoke a new character because we kind of see him in physical form, but he's nothing new to what we know of him.
Other than that, though,
Those are the three mains that we see constantly through the film, and they all played very crucial roles in three different parts of the story, which was really cool. The kind of way they intertwined everything and then kind of came back together at the very end.
yeah.
I'm not going to ask a score review because I think we need to sit on this one, and we're going to do a spoilers review and really give our score there and kind of get into depth there. We wanted to keep this short. Just know that we absolutely love this movie. We're going to go see it a couple more times. I've already seen it twice because I needed to go back as soon as freaking possible to go see it. Yeah, so just go check out Star Wars The Last Jedi if you have not seen it. If the trailers didn't really intrigue you, I promise you it is something that you're going to want to see just for certain aspects in the film alone. Yeah, I mean, general thoughts, Brian. I mean, what do you think, man? Like, anything that you want to get off your chest that's not spoiler related?
You know, the more like we got closer to the movie, the more I remember people being like, "Oh, they're showing too much in the trailers." I think it was perfect. It was perfect. What they showed.
And what's interesting is that everything they showed in the trailer was in the film.
Yeah.
Which is what, and obviously that was opposite with Rogue One after all the reshoots, but that normally a lot of time doesn't happen where a lot of the time they shoot specific stuff for trailers.
Yeah.
There was a lot of this stuff that was in the movie.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
I thought I was starting to get to a point where I was like, okay, they're showing too much of this in the trailers, but it was perfect. What they showed, it was just enough.
Yeah, because scenes in the trailer led to another scene that you had no idea was going to come, and yeah,
so many twists.
We can obviously go on this forever, but I'm going to cut it short just because I think, yeah, let's get into the spoiler review.
Yeah.
Let's do a spoiler review. So check that out. That'll be up on Sunday. Check this out right now, apocalypsemovies.com. It'll be in the link below. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. He is Brian. I am Jake. Thank you for joining us today, and until next time, may the Force be with you.